Need some inspiration? Let's take this card and make it again using some beautiful new products from the upcoming January to April 2026 mini catalog. Hi everyone, my name is Marianne Cowan and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Ottawa, Canada, and I'm just popping on live to share with you a card idea and give you a sneak peek at the Lovely Blossoms Designer Series paper that is available to customers starting January 2026. It's part of the new mini catalog, which you'll want to get your hands on because there are some beautiful products in there. I've been playing with some of them and making so many cards with the beautiful new things that we're going to have. So today we're going to use Lovely Blossoms Designer Series paper. Now, have you ever sat down in your craft room and kind of been stumped for ideas of what card design to do or what to create? Well, between December 26th and December 31st, I am going to be going live every day, or if it's not live, it'll be a recorded video. There will be a video for you every day where I'm going to take one of my favorite designs from 2025 and I'm going to use new products and recreate it using products from the new mini catalog. So January 26th to December 26th to December 31st. So every day you can pop on and I'm going to recreate a card and use new products. So this one I'm going to show you today as a little sneak peek, and we're going to be using this card, which I loved. And then I'm just going to show you some I've already got ready. So this one, I really liked this design. So we're going to use some beautiful new, I'm just going to show you a little sneak peek, some pretty new spring products. It's never too early to think of spring, although I just got back from snowshoeing and it is winter magic, winter wonderland out there. And then we're going to use this card. I love this design. And here's a little sneak peek of one of the cards using some new product. I'm only going to show you one. And here's another really cool design. I actually got a card from a friend that was this one. And then I recreated it to make this one. And in here are the pieces to make another one. That's all I'm showing you. Sneak peek. So each day I will take one design that I loved from 2025 and I'll recreate it using one or two different papers or products from the new upcoming catalog. I'm just going to show you some of my favorites that I'm going to redesign with new things. This one I love. My friend shared this design with me. So we're going to recreate this one. And I love this little fold. Don't know what it's called. So we're going to recreate this one. Here's another one we're going to recreate. That one might have been the year before. This one, and at first it looks plain, but if you'll see, it's got a little panel here with the vellum. And this one that stands up. So those are some of the designs I'm going to take and I'm going to recreate using new products. So it's during the holidays. Some of you are busy with families and some of you are looking for things to do. So I'm going to help you. So let's work on this one today. I'm going to be using the Greetings for All Mix and Match Ephemera Pack, and I'm so glad it's not retiring. It is not available at the moment, but when it comes back in, grab it. It makes card making so easy. I use those when I do my card classes at the seniors residence. I just started using those because inevitably I would have done all the stamping for them and brought thank you or whatever, happy birthday, and they'd say, I need to get well. So now I do the card designs, and I just have these all punched out in a little container, and they can just pick what they want to use. Way easier. So that's good. And there was a Christmas one that we've been using as well. So that is, and there's a couple of new ones in the new catalog, so I'm excited about that. But today we're going to be using the branching out dies, which I love for this particular technique. It looks super complicated, but it's really quite easy to do. And I have it in 2 color palettes, same paper, but I wasn't quite sure which one I liked best. So we're going to start with this one. And I'm going to show you how you cut this out. So you need to take, for this one, and I will do a blog post with the measurements for all these cards. And from the 26th to the 31st of December, every day there will be a new blog post with all the measurements for the card that I'm showing. So, like I said, it seems complicated, but we've just got a basic white base. I don't even use the thick cardstock. I use the regular basic white because this has so many layers. I don't really think you need the thick basic white. So, basic white card base. Then we have Secret Sea, my new favorite color. I hope it never goes away. Secret Sea and Cloud Cover. Look how beautiful they go. So, Secret Sea and Cloud Cover. And I'm going to show you. So, I don't want to mix myself up. You're going to need the 4 biggest dies. And then I've actually added a vellum layer with the littlest die for this one, but I don't need to show you how to do that. So what I started with was my piece of designer series paper. I'm just going to recreate this, put it back together. I'll just do this for the first one because you won't need to see me do this. Because it looks like it takes a ton of paper, but it doesn't. It does not at all. So it took 4 by 5 1/4. And then this one is 3 3/4 by 5. So I'm just nesting these all back in so you'll see how I cut it. So for this one, it's the biggest die. And then you go down to that one. So you'll see this one I didn't use. It's the first one here. Hope this is making sense. And then the 4th one. So 1 and 3, 2 and 4. And then, like I said, I used, for this one, maybe I used this, yeah, I used the next biggest one. And then in the next card we're going to make, I use the littlest one. And I'll tell you why I added vellum, and maybe you think I don't need the vellum, because to me it looked a little busy, this card. So that's how you die cut it. You die cut it all at once. I did a little post-it note because you don't want it to end up crooked. So I lined them all up, did a little post-it note, or if you have some of that tacky tape, the artist tape, then I ran it through my Stamp and Cut embossing machine, and then we just assemble. All right, so my card base is, so we don't use this piece. I just kept it to show you how everything goes together. So let's make sure this is the glue that's working. So we're going to put our Secret Sea. Whoa. That's working all right. So it's a lot of glue. I'm going to slide it up a little bit. So this one is just 1/8 of an inch. And when it has those little frayed edges, I should have taken, I have a little nail file that I will just file it off, or a little piece of sanding block, because that bugs me. Anyways, for you guys, you just have to look at it. So then we just start layering. So the next one is this frame. And obviously you can put as many layers as you want. Like I said, when I finished this, I thought, whoa, that's kind of a lot of layers. But make sure you're putting them the right side up. So then we do floral. Then we do blue. I don't know why this glue is coming out. I think it's because it was in the sun. And I want to make sure that the sides and the top and bottom are kind of even. Because once you put your first one down, the rest of them are going to line up. So then we have another floral. I remember I saw someone had made this card and I thought, whoa, that looks so complicated. And it's really not. So you'll be seeing that these are matching up with the other piece that you put on. Now a solid piece. Has anyone made this card before? I don't know what it's called, but I'm sure it has a name. And then the floral. Hello, Shannon. I was just out in the woods and the trees are all covered in snow. It is just so beautiful. Okay, so when I looked at this, I thought, whoa, that's kind of busy. So that's why I opted to put the piece of vellum. So you can still see the flowers, but it's not quite so crazy. So let's do one with vellum and one without. But I think, yeah, let's just use this one with vellum. So I'm not going to put the vellum on yet because I'm going to add some little sprigs. This little leaf die cut is from Delicate Pines. So I've chosen green because obviously there's green, but then I chose white and blue as well. And I did take one sentiment from my little ephemera pack. So I think that's enough. So I'm just gonna glue these two down. Which one was first? Green. Whoopsie. So I'm gluing this to the vellum, and then I'll know where I can put my glue. Okay, that was a lot of glue. Okay, my other glue was hardly coming out, and this one is coming out so much that it's going through the little slits in the leaves. Whoa, let's just take some of that off. Okay, I think we're just going to put two. So those are on, and now I'm going to pop this up with a dimensional. I think just one dimensional is going to be enough. So now I can flip it over and I'll know where I can put glue for sure, so it won't see through. Although I think I'm going to have to put something at the top. So I'm going to try to aim it where there is a flower. I'm just going to guess and put a little blob there. That's a lot. Okay, that might be a lot. Yeah, see, it kind of is hidden over the, because of the white flower. There we go. Best wishes. So this was the second one I did. I did the first one with the green, and I wasn't sure which one I liked better. So let's do the one with the green. Oh, these are beautiful. Moody Palette Glossy Dots. Love the names of these. Moody Palette. And I might just put two because I kind of lost track of... Okay, sometimes fingers are best. One. Two. Now I always say you need things in threes, so I'm going to add one more down here. Best wishes. All right, I like it. Let's try the next one. So the next one I chose same Secret Sea. Does anyone else ever do that? If they have a card design that they really like, when new products come out, they just use the same card design and think of different things to use with it. One of the ones I was playing with yesterday or the day before is a new suite called Nature's Symphony. And it's one of those ones when you first look at it, you think, I don't know if I really need that. Oh, yes, you do. It is amazing. The DSP is just so beautiful. I'll show you one little sneak peek card when I'm done this. Okay, so here we go. We're just layering up. So although it's not a hard card, it does take a few minutes to put together. Not really that long though, because you die cut everything at the same time. And then you end up with all these little pieces that you're going to put together. So I try to make it so that, like, that one's a bit crooked. That's why I like the white glue, because you have a little bit of grace. So this one we're not going to put the vellum, and then you can tell me which one you like better. This does really showcase if you have beautiful designer series paper. And I will say, Stampin' Up! Comes up with some beautiful designer series paper. That back is really pretty as well. All right, so there we've got that. So this one we're not doing vellum. Here's what it would look like with the vellum, but we're not going to do vellum. And we're going to do Best Wishes. Let's do it over here this time. The leaves are kind of going in the opposite way, but that's okay. And let's put a green. So you see how the green doesn't really show up? Green on green. So I'm going to swap it for the blue. And then I'll put the green on top. And then it shows up better. Okay, so let's put the blue one first. Cloud cover. Not just blue, it's cloud cover. I did see a video one time, and when they're coming up with names, maybe it was the names of the inks, but they have a bulletin board or something at the Stampin' Up! Office, and they put the color up and people can suggest names, and then once they have, I don't know, they narrow it down to a certain number, then they vote on their favorite name. And then I think they pick the one that gets the most votes. Some of the names are so fun. Cloud cover. One of the new oranges is called Timid Tiger. All right, so we got that going. Now I'm going to pop this up. All right, and we could add a little ribbon or something, but I'm not going to. So this one, I might add some of the blue. I'm just going to pick them with my nails. So this color is Cloud Cover. We've got Cloud Cover, white, Old Olive, and Secret Sea. Secret Sea would probably show up better, but there. Now the other thing that's fun to do is take your Wink of Stella and then just go over the flowers. So I'm just going to do the flowers on this front panel because then it highlights those. I could have done the same thing and put this Secret Sea little dots in there, but I didn't. All right. So here we have our 3 cards. This was the inspiration. Get everything else out of the way. And then we recreated it using the Lovely Blossoms Designer Series paper. So we'll put that one here. And then without vellum, or let's do them in the order that we did them. With vellum, without vellum. There's some extra pieces. So, which is your favorite of our 2 new creations? With vellum, without vellum. And you may have a favorite just based on the way that the paper choices that I used. So yeah, So December 26th to the 31st, every day I'll be popping on. I'll be taking a card design I used in 2025, or maybe even before that, and I will recreate it with new product. And let me show you one that is it's not part of this recreation thing, but it is a sneak peek of Nature Symphony. Look at this paper. It is so beautiful. And I saw this kind of similar design by, I think it's Mary Deathridge, and she had done it with the little lamb, and I really liked just the way she had done it with the squares. So I recreated her card exactly, if I can find it. And then this one, I just kind of changed it up a little bit. But isn't that beautiful? This paper is so incredible. Anyways, that's just a little sneak peek. So I hope you join me December 26th to 31st. Every day I'll come on, I'll take a card that I've already designed, and then I'll recreate 1 or 2 cards with some new product. All right, thanks for watching. I do appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel and hit that notification button so that you will know the next time I go live. And I hope you get some time in your craft room today. Thanks, and have a great day.